Hello, my name is Shauna, and I'm here with Adaptive Adventures, and this is an adaptive chair yoga class. All right, so this is the second week of the month, so I like to focus on breath a little bit, but that's a soft focus because we obviously do other things as well. But we'll explore a little bit of breath work today as well. So the very first thing we'll do is just get the breath in our body is breath of joy. And so that is where you'll come. I like to sit a little bit forward in my chair just so I feel more, so that I can move a little bit, but sit wherever you're comfortable. And breath of joy just has two parts. It has a long inhale where we lift our arms up, and it has a really long exhale where we say ha and we fold. So let me show you once, just so you know, because you can't look once we're doing it. But the inhale will be like this, and we'll look up and just a little pause at the top, and then you literally use gravity and go ah. Let your arms swing, and then that swing brings you back up, okay? So we'll do that. Let's do 8 breaths of joy. And you might go faster or slower than me, that's fine. So, and any version that works for you, okay? So when you're ready, relax your shoulders, give them a little wiggle, a little shake, lengthen through your spine, and see if you can let the thoughts in your mind just drift away so that you can just be present here with just playing with what we're doing with our breath and our bodies. All right, and when you're ready, let's give it a whirl. So inhale, float the hands up, reach up a little, just a little linger at the top, and then when you're ready, a big exhale. Let your arms swing, and then let that swing bring you right back up. And and then that is 8 for me. Finish your 8, and then we'll come back. All right, so you might notice that your energy feels a little different right away. It's just something that's a little bit tingly all over. Does that. So now let's sit back in your chair wherever you're comfortable, and we will just do a couple little breath patterns here. And you'll notice that your breath is intricately tied to your nervous system and your mind. So as we change our breath, it changes the way that your mind is working and how your body feels. So we'll start out with something really simple. Inhale, just count to yourself for 2, whatever that is. For me, it's like 1, 2, see what works for you. And then you'll exhale out of your mouth, you'll sigh out a 4, 3, 2, and 1, if you have enough breath to do that. And to make your exhales a little longer, if you pull your belly in slowly as you exhale, it'll help you exhale longer. All right, so let's just try 2 of those. So you're tall, hands are on your thighs, shoulders are relaxed and back. And let's just do 2 counts here. So inhaling for 2 and sigh it out. You might notice that when you sigh it out, it just really helps you release all kinds of energy and just feel really relaxed at the bottom of the exhale. So let's do that one more time. Inhaling for 2 through the nose. And sigh it out for 4. And just feel as though you have nothing left. You're just exhaling it all out peacefully, and you're just really calm at the bottom. Now we'll take that and take it up just a little notch. We're just going to do it in and out of the nose now. So try that. Inhaling for maybe more than 2 through the nose. And then exhaling for maybe more than 4 through the nose. So we'll call it a 2 to 4, but it could be 3 to 6. Try and keep that relationship and do that 2 more times with your count, with your breath. Feel as though you have all the time in the world to patiently inhale. And you'll gently exhale until there's nothing left to exhale. All right, we'll continue to alter the breath patterns, and you'll continue to feel changes, I think, because of it. So let's put our left hand on the belly. And I think we did this last week. But now make your inhales long, slow, and deep enough that you feel your belly rise under your hands. So it's like, you can't breathe in your belly, breathe in our lungs, but imagine that you're breathing right down in underneath your hand. So you'll feel like an expansion there. And when you exhale, you'll just feel your belly move back. Just take a few breaths like that, finding the place where there's no strain, where it's completely comfortable, and you're just cueing into that expansion of the belly as your lungs fill on an inhale, and then the receding of the belly without effort as the lungs empty on an exhale. Just try that a few times. So there's no effort involved in belly breathing. The belly just expands naturally as your lungs push the organs out of the way. And let's do one more like that. So these should feel very calm, very settled. No distractions. It's that peaceful rhythm of your breath. All right, now the next time you inhale, we're going to introduce what's called retention. That means you'll inhale, and then you'll hold your breath for just what feels like one beat to you. It could be a long beat or a short beat, just enough for a little moment where the lungs are full, nothing is gripping or tightening, you're just pausing, and then you exhale. So let's see how that feels now. So we're just introducing one additional piece into this little breath pattern now. So when you're ready, inhaling down into the hand, or seemingly, a little pause. And then the exhale in which the belly flattens and comes back towards the lumbar spine. And do that a few times. And that hold can be as short or as long as feels interesting to you. So you can play with it a little bit. But always that feeling of release and surrender on the exhales. All right. So now the last part of this, whenever you're done, is we'll inhale. I'm going to try counting to 4, hold it for 1, and then exhale for 6. And if that pattern doesn't work, then you adjust it. But the exhale always needs to be as long or longer than the inhale. So for example, you wouldn't inhale for 4, hold for 1, and exhale for 2. If anything, you would inhale for 4, hold for 1, and exhale for 4, and maybe a little pause. So you always want that exhale to be the longest part so that we can allow our nervous system to relax. But you have to do all of this without effort. It has to feel just like the most accessible pattern that you pick so your nervous system stays calm, okay? So let's try just 4 breaths like that. We won't overdo it. So inhaling for 4, a pause of your length, and then exhaling for maybe 6. That would be the goal if we can find your version of that, okay? So let's try that. On the inhales, you might feel your ribs move out to the sides a little. On that hold, you still get taller. And then on the exhale, you feel the belly draw back without effort. And at the very end of the exhale, you might find it helpful to engage the lowest abdominals to help you exhale fully. Wherever you are, let's do one more like that. Now, return to what might feel like your normal breathing pattern. It'll probably be a little slower and a little deeper, and that's fine. So not regulating the breath at all, just closing the eyes, witnessing the breath, feeling the expansion of the inhale, the relaxation of the exhale, and just allowing your breath to come back to a relatively normal pattern. Your stillness, your body is in stillness. The mind perhaps is moving towards stillness. You're focusing on your breath, but you're aware of the room around you, of the space around you, of any air moving, maybe subtle sounds in the background, motion out the window. But you're not attached to any of it. You simply notice it and then move on. Coming back to the center, to the core, to you and your breath. Letting everything else slip away, dissolve, become out of focus. The only thing that matters is your body, its sensations, and the breath. Breathing in, the lungs fill. Breathing out, the lungs empty. Breathing in, the lungs fill. And breathing out, the lungs empty. And then you can gently open your eyes. And we'll come back. So we'll do two different versions of Kundalini breath since we're devoted to the breath. And done this before, so Karen, we may have done this, but so let me show you what one looks like, and then we'll do it more or less together. So it's two breaths, so two inhales and two exhales. Inhales are through the nose, the exhales are through the mouth. I'll do it slowly, and then it speeds up a little bit when we do it. So you'll make softness with your hands, and on an inhale, you'll just drive your elbows back, squeeze your shoulder blades here. That helps expand the chest. The first exhale, you'll swing your arms up and just let your hands fall back wherever they do behind you. They may tap your shoulders, they may not. The second inhale, you'll use that momentum to draw the elbows back. And the second exhale, you'll crisscross your arms and just tap your shoulders. But you'll notice which arm is on top, because the next exhale, the next round, you'll want to reverse. So there's just that little extra thing where you have to pay attention to see what arm is on top. And so then let me show you just one by itself, maybe what would be a pattern or a pace that you would feel acceptable. So it'll be something like this. Like that, okay? But again, you can go slower or faster than me, but it was a little bit of a rhythm, and the swinging of the arms kind of helps you move like that, all right? So I'll start out a little slowly, and you can travel with me, and then you can embark on your own pattern as you need to, all right? So let's start with our soft fists. So they're not squeezed, they're just soft fists here. Empty your lungs. When you inhale this first time, take your elbows back. We'll take it slow this first time. When you exhale, just swing your elbows up and let your hands fall back behind your shoulders. And then when you inhale, bring your elbows back again. And when you exhale, let's bring right arm in front of left. And then back on an inhale. And up on an exhale. And back on the inhale. And now the left arm in front of the right. Inhale. And exhale out the mouth, get tall, inhale, and now right arm in front of left. And now I'll let you go on your own pace here. I think you have the pattern, okay? So. one more. And a full round involves 2, so here we go. And then finish the round that you're on, and then you'll come back and find a little stillness to make sure you're not dizzy. And take a few deep breaths here. So your breath might feel deeper, a little more spacious. So on the inhales, you might feel your ribs move out to the sides. And on the exhale, feel the ribs move back down and in. Just a few breaths here like that. But you'll notice that just these little patterns will change the way that you breathe. All right, now let's involve the spine a little bit and we'll do our little twists. So bring your hands onto your shoulders and maybe you're comfortable with your elbows, with your shoulders. Maybe they need to be a little bit further down. These will be really tiny twists and they might become larger as you keep doing them, up to you. So we will inhale through our nose to the right and then exhale through our mouth when we go to the left. And so it will be something like that. Okay, does that feel about a good pace? And here we go. All right, let's give it a try. So inhale to the right, exhale through the mouth to the left, and now take it in your own pattern. Let's do one more here. And then come back to center. Give your arms a little break. And then we'll do it on the other direction, but always like a little pause here. Oh, I keep yawning to make sure that you are not dizzy. So again, you always want to reaffirm the length of the spine, the engagement of the abdominals, rolling of the shoulders back and down so your body feels easy. And then let's try the other side. So hands on our shoulders. Now we're going to inhale through the nose on the left and exhale through the mouth as we spin to the right. All right. And let's try that now. So you might notice that your body is willing to twist a little bit further. So maybe let those elbows dictate how far back you twist each time. Just a few more. And last one. And then come back to center and relax your hands down. All right. So now the next thing we'll do is, today is a full moon, and it's a full moon in Capricorn. And you might know that full moons bring about a lot of energy. So in new moons, we kind of start out, we ask for things to happen, or we plant seeds of things we'd like to happen, and we watch it progress over the course of the waxing of the moon. And then today is a full moon in Capricorn. And Capricorn is definitely, it's a cardinal sign, meaning it's people who are Capricorns are people that are outspoken, they run for politics, they open their own business, they have a lot of dominant energy. I have very little of that, but that's what a Capricorn is. A true Capricorn is a leader, someone who is not uncomfortable being a spokesperson or being in front of people or leading the pack. So this full moon in Capricorn is bringing out a lot of energy. And you might know that on full moons, there's often more crimes committed, more car accidents, more social gatherings, more events. It's just like full moon, somehow our energy comes out. Well, in the same way, you might have had a day where there's frustrations, irritations, things that made you angry, or just things that felt yucky that you don't even have a word for, but you just, you would like to get rid of it. So one of the nice things about full moons is its message is to let go. So we've accumulated all this stuff over the course of the month, and now it's come to fruition and we can let it go. So we'll do a little exercise here that is not unlike the joy of breath, but breath of joy, but a little different. And it's aimed to help us let go of things like irritations, frustrations, and anger. All right. So again, a little thing in my mind that I was feeling a little preoccupied with that I would like to let go of. So that's what I'm going to pick. And you can choose whatever works for you. So take your hands and imagine you're scooping up that sensation, that anger, that frustration, and you're holding it in your hand. Now take your arms long, and as you inhale, take a big sweep of your arms and bring them up over your head. Take another inhale if you need to here. And then the next exhale, we're going to bend forward and feel as though you're pushing this into the earth. So it'll look something like this, and you'll say the word shh, like S-H-O-O-O. So shh. And then you point your fingers like, if you can see, point your fingers like they're little spades going right into the earth. So let's try that 2 more times. All right, gather up that energy. Say, I don't want this. Sweep your arms up, look up for a moment, and then when you're ready, shh, point your fingers down. Let's do it 1 more time like that. So we come back, maybe there's a little less to gather, but a little bit left we still want to get rid of. Have it in our hands. We take the arms back and around, a big swing, we look up, and when you're ready, shh, and take it down into the earth. And now we'll do it 1 more time with intention in slow motion. So the last of it, we gather it up in our hands. We're ready to let go. We sweep our arms back and around and up. And now take an inhale here when you're ready. And when we exhale, slow motion. Shh. And just drive it into the earth. Letting it go forever. And come back. And we're free of that. Okay, so let's do a little something now. We can also sometimes hold a little bit of resistance or frustration in our spine. So take your hands on your thighs or your knees or wherever is comfortable. And to the extent that you can, push up. So find long arms if you can. When you exhale, let's bring that left shoulder towards the center. Turn and look over the right. And maybe we can push with that right arm and lengthen through the spine. Use that inhale to come back to center and get tall. And then next exhale drives the right shoulder towards the center. Push into that right knee and turn and look to the left. And then inhale, come up, let's do it 1 more time. So push that left knee away as you turn and look to the right. Inhale back to center and push the right knee away as you turn and look to the right. And then come back. All right, let's do a little something with our shoulders here. So we also hold tension in our upper back, our shoulders, and our neck. So we've let go of the source of our tension with our little gestures. We've got our breath deep in the body. We got a little bit of the stiffness out of the spine, and now we'll take it out of here. So here's what we're going to do. Your arms are relaxed by your sides. When you inhale, draw your shoulders up and squeeze them in like we've done. But now stay here, breathe as you need to. I'm going to hold my breath. But exhale and just drop your chin down. So your shoulders are still up, but your chin is down. Shoulders are still up, look straight ahead. Bring your head up. Yeah. And now shoulders are still up, look up at the ceiling and maybe back a little, still squeezing the shoulders in. And then bring your head level again, look straight ahead. And then when you're ready, a big exhale, and you let it all go. It's like such a dramatic feeling when you do that. Let's do that 2 more times now. So when you're ready, inhale up. Drop the head. Look forward. Look up the ceiling. Look forward, squeeze it in, and drop your shoulders. Yeah. And let's do that 1 more time. When you're ready, inhale the shoulders up. Keep them up, but drop your chin down. Then look forward, bring your head level. Then look up. Bring your head back to level and get ready to exhale. And drop it all down. Here we go. And you might feel like you have a little bit of new space there. All right. So let's do our traditional cat-cow, getting our spine moving here a little bit. So hands are on your lap. Spine is long. When you inhale, a couple things happen. Elbows move back, shoulders move back, the chest moves forward, and you look up just a little bit as you inhale, filling the lungs. When you exhale, you'll push your knees away, round your back, pull your belly in, and drop your chin. And now take those and move them back and forth. So inhale and lift up, open up the chest. And exhale, feel as though you're rolling back and down. Pull the belly in, drop the chin, tail is between the legs. Come forward, the tail is sticking out the back if you had one. Push down, lift up. And exhale, push away to take you back and down. So inhaling, elbows and shoulders come back as chest lifts up. And exhaling, taking it back and down. Inhale is forward and up. And last one, exhale is rounding back and down. And then we'll come back to center. All right, now let's take the version of forward fold, but we'll take it asymmetrically. That's a little bit better for helping us sort of get rid of tension that we hold asymmetrically in the body. So let's take the right hand to the small of the back and the palm is turned out. And if going to the back isn't comfortable, you can bring it to the side, but like that. Okay. Let's inhale the left arm up and look up. Get the spine long with a big inhale. And then exhale, fold, reach forward and fold over as much as is comfortable. Let the head and neck relax and relax the arm. So you're letting your spine lengthen a little bit here. Breathe as you need to, never compromise the breath. Just letting the spine relax a little bit. And then the next time you inhale, use that left arm coming forward and up to help you lift up. And then exhale, we'll take that left arm to the small of the back. That'll help us keep the chest open. Now the left hand stays there and we'll free the right hand. Good. So inhale and take it up. Let that right shoulder blade slide down your back and relax. And then reaching way out in front of you and rolling down. A little pause at the bottom. Feel as though you're inflating your back with your breath. And then the inhale brings you forward and up. Reaching with the right arm and up. And then exhale, hands to the small of the back. And then pause, press into the low back a little bit. It helps you lift up. Draw the elbows back. And let's do that again. So we'll liberate the left hand. And when you're ready, we'll inhale up. Exhale, reach way out in front of you on your way down. And then relax the head and neck over. On an inhale, reach with the left arm. Bring it forward and up. And then that hand on the exhale comes to the small of the back. The right arm comes free. And the right arm comes up. Getting a little longer on that right side and then reaching way out in front and down. And then the next inhale, use it right away to bring you up. So reaching way out in front of you. And then using your abdominal strength to bring yourself up. And exhale the right arm to the small of your back. Pause with your hands in the small of your back. Push into the lumbar spine or the low back just to make that curve a little deeper. And press your elbows back. Then press your elbows forward like you wish you could touch them in front of you. And do that a few times. So the wings go back and then the wings come forward. It's a small movement. But you might feel it in your upper back. All right, let's do a symmetrical version of what we just did. All right, so we'll release both arms. And on an inhale, take both arms out and up. And then exhale, let's take both arms wide, our big swan dive, and just round down. Let the head and neck hang, and we'll take an extra breath here again. So lengthen out that spine, like we're putting space between each of the jaw. And then when you're ready to come up, if you need to use your hands, you'll put them on your lap. If you don't need your hands, then you'll take your arms the whole way out to the sides and up. And then exhale both hands to the small of the back. Lift the heart. And let's try that one more time. So releasing the arms. And we are inhaling up. And this time when we do the swan dive, let's bring the hands to the small of the back. Just a little difference here. And roll down. And it'll feel different on your shoulders. We'll take that extra breath down here. And then using the inhale, take the arms wide and lift up. And then exhale, hands to your left. So we reverse that pattern just a little bit. So let's do it one more time in the other way. So inhale your arms up. And then exhale and fold forward. Big wingspan. Let your arms down. Let your head release. And then inhale, bring yourself fingertips to the ceiling. And the exhale brings both hands to the small of the back. Gently push the sacrum in a little, lift the chest up, drop the shoulders back and down. All right. Let's interlace our fingers now. Turn the palms out. And then we'll inhale the arms up to the ceiling or some version of that. Yeah, there you go. And then exhale, just take a little lean to the right. Feel that whole sort of resistance along the left. So we have to lengthen there, come back to center, and then we'll gently take it over to the left. Bring it up to center. Let's do it one more time. Take it to the right, maybe a little further. Bring it back to center. And take it to the right. And bring it back to center. Now push up towards the ceiling if you can with your arms. And then exhale, just bring your hands down maybe to the top of your head. Get your shoulder blades a little relaxed. And then inhale, let's look up and take the arms up. And exhale, we'll bring it down to the top of the head again. And last time like that, take it up and reach. And exhale, and bring it back to the top of the head. And then release. Now we'll do a little few things for the head and neck here. We've been working on some of that stuff. So we'll do some variations of that. So this is one that sort of grows out of what we just did. So you can interlace your fingers. I'm going to put them right at our forehead. And so this is to help with the neck release. So sit up tall, hands through the forehead. Take an inhale. Now when you exhale, press your hands into your forehead and your forehead into your hands. Like you're trying to lean forward, but your hands won't let you. So you'll feel yourself using all the muscles around the sides and the back of your neck. So continue to breathe here. Try and find a 4-count inhale. And at least a 4-count exhale. And let's do one more breath here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Now gently release your hands. And maybe your neck feels a little longer or your shoulders feel a little relaxed, I hope. Yeah, it's like that's You use these muscles, we engage them, and then we release them and they relax. That's the natural tendency for a muscle, is to relax at the end of a contraction. So we're using that to our advantage. All right, so now the alternate or the counter posture for that would be to interlace your hands at the back of your head. So cup your hands at the back of your head. Let your elbows be as wide as is comfortable. And you can try guess what we're going to do. On an inhale, sit up and get tall. When you exhale, push your hands into your head and your head into your hands. And so now we're creating tension or contraction of the muscles, a little bit of force at the back of the head. So you'll feel different muscles contracting. Try and keep the neck very long and then breathe. So if we were doing short breaths, it wouldn't help so much. So see if you can find your long inhale, 4-count inhale, and at least a 4-count exhale. Let's do one more breath here. Push, push, push. And exhale. And then release your arm. And you might even feel like your head is sort of a bobblehead. It's a little bit lighter, and the sides of your neck have relaxed a little. Now, since we did the front and the back, I want to do the sides. All right, so now you'll take your right hand and you'll put it right by your right temple or forehead, side of the head, above the ear, wherever is comfortable. Inhale and get tall. And now exhale, push the head into the hand and the hand into the head. But focus on your breathing. One more breath here, inhaling and exhaling. And gently take your time and release over the right arm. Take just a moment. You might feel a sense of spaciousness or release along that side of the neck. And then maybe the left side of your neck feels like, hey, what about me? So we're going to do that now. So we put the left hand at the side of the head, at the temple, wherever feels like a good place you can keep your hand. Take an inhale and get tall. And exhale and press. So you decide how strong you want to do it. There's a natural sort of place where you can sustain it. So it's probably, I'm going to say somewhere between 30 and 70% of your effort, somewhere in between there. And last, long inhale here. And sigh it out. And then nice and slow, release that. All right. So make a few little circles with your head, just little ones. Start it out. I just want to make sure. And then you can make the circles a little bigger, feeling into the sides, the front, and the back of the neck. And do a couple more that feel like the largest circles that your head and neck are able to make at this time. And then you'll come back to center. We always take the head circles like that, small and slow, because the top of your neck is not shaped, the bones are not shaped like a ball and socket the way your shoulders and hips are. So they're shaped more like two little shovels. So we just have to take time as we orient ourselves. All right, so we went one way, let's go the other. So little circles in the other direction. And just see how your head and neck feel. And if it feels all right to make those circles a little bigger, a little slower. Decide what feels right for you. You don't want any little zinger spots where all of a sudden it hurts. So being very careful with the neck, moving slowly and mindfully. Good, and then when you're done with that, you'll come back to center. All right, we have just a couple minutes left, so I'd like to do just a little something with the face and the eyes. So it's a little bit more of a quiet practice today, but this is also very good for releasing tension. So we can think about our face like a big full moon and we're letting go. So the first thing we'll do is we're gonna make a prune face, right? So bring your hands, make fists, and then just scrunch your face all together like a little prune. Now, when you go to exhale, we're gonna take our arms back, lift our chest, and we're gonna do a lion roar. So we I don't know if that's a lion roar, but it's something. Yeah. And then inhale, bring your fists in, round your back, curl in, squeeze your face, squeeze, 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 squeeze the eyes, the mouth, everything. And then when you're ready to exhale, let it all go, open it out and make your version of a roar. You can stick your tongue out if you like. And let's do it one more time. So you might feel your face feels a little more relaxed. We normally have a lot of tension in our face, so we're trying to release that. So exhale and curl it in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then take an inhale, and then as you let it go, lion's roar. Opening your jaw as far as it'll go, and then coming back. All right. Let's take our eyes now, and we'll do an eye clock. And eye clocks are interesting because there are certain, imagine you're seeing the numbers of the clock face, and you'll notice that your eyes just sort of skip over certain numbers. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, go back. So we'll do our eyes, then we'll do our head, all right? So starting out, let's inhale and look up. We don't move our head, so our head stays still. Just move your eyes up like you're looking at 12 o'clock. And then you're going to go to the right just a little bit, so 1 o'clock. And then 2 o'clock. And then 3 o'clock, so looking straight to the side. Head does not move. 4 o'clock, you start to look down past your cheeks. 5 o'clock, probably seeing the floor. And then glide straight down. 6 o'clock. Shift over to the left a little. 7 o'clock. Start to climb up. 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock, straight to the side. 10 o'clock, just a little bit up. 11 o'clock, we're climbing up. And then noon. Blink your eyes a few times and close your eyes gently and drop your head for just a moment. Notice if you can feel the energy of your eyes. And then blink your eyes open and let's do the other direction. So head stays still, spine is long, belly is firm. On an inhale, look straight up. And then coast your eyes over to the left, looking at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, looking at the wall to your left, and then 9 o'clock, looking straight sideways. You might see the side of your nose. Then starting to cast your eyes down, 8 o'clock. Even more, 7. Ooh, that's a hard one for me. 8, 7. And then 6, straight down. Over to 5, 4. Straight sideways is 3, 2, looking up the corner of the room. 1, looking up, but not straight up, just a little to the right. And then coming full circle back to 12. Now take your hands and rub them until you feel some nice heat between your hands. I'm going to take my glasses off. You'll cup your hands and place them over your eyes, around your eyes, and feel as though your eyes can actually inhale the warmth from your hands. And with your hands here, see if you can relax the muscles around your eyes, maybe behind your eyes, and then right into the center of the mind. And then release your hands. And we'll bring our hands together in front of our heart when you're done. Drop your chin. And to close with, may all beings everywhere be free of suffering, be happy, be well, and feel fully loved. And may the fruit of our practice benefit not only ourselves, but all those around us. Namaste.